boys and girls. Mrs. Anderson here from the Conservation District. And today on Exploring Mother Nature, I'd like to introduce you to this animal. Do you know what it is? Well, boys and girls, the scientists put all the animals on Earth into 6 categories. It's called classifying animals. We put them into groups where they have similar things. Let's see, one of the groups is the fish group. Fish all have fins. Do you think this animal belongs in the fish group? No, you're right, not in the fish group. How about the reptile group? Reptiles have hard, dry skin, like the alligators and snakes and turtles. Do you think it's in this group? You're right, it's not. The next group is the insect group. Beautiful butterflies, ladybird beetles, they're in the insect group. They have 6 legs. Does our friend have 6 legs? Let's see. 1, 2. Not 6 legs, not in the insect group. How about the amphibian group? They have moist skin. Frogs and toads and salamanders, they're in the amphibian group. Let's see. No, she's not in the amphibian group. How about the mammal group? Mammals have hair or fur. And did you know, boys and girls, we are mammals? Is she in our group with hair or fur? No, that's right. And the last group is the bird group. What do birds have in common? If you said feathers, you're right. And yes, she's in the bird group. Very good. Boys and girls, this is a Canada goose. Or if there's a bunch of them in a flock, we call them Canadian geese. And today happens to be the first day of autumn or fall. And you'll see these geese flying south for the winter. I saw some just the other day at my house. I looked up, I heard them honking, and sure enough, they were the geese, and they were in the shape of a V. These are Canadian geese flying, boys and girls, and if you look, it looks like a V shape sideways. And there's always a line leader, just like you're a line leader in school, and you all take turns. Today you might be line leader, tomorrow it might be your friend. Well, they take turns because they get really tired flying up front. So the line leader will come back and another one will take its turn, and they keep taking turns while they're flying. Now, boys and girls, let's look closely at her. She has a beak. That's how she eats. And she likes to eat corn and beans and grasses and aquatic plants. Those are plants that grow in the water, like in the pond or a lake. She really likes those. And sometimes even insects or small fish. And let's see, she's got these really great feet that help her to swim. Those are webbed, and the webbing helps her to swim. And the feathers keep her warm, and of course they help her to fly. And she's gonna fly south because it's gonna be getting cold. You know that winter's coming up. And it'll be harder for her to find food because, boys and girls, the snow will be coming down and it'll cover up all the grasses. So she's going to fly south where she can find more food. And that's why you'll see them flying south this time of year. Now, boys and girls, there are female and male geese, the moms and the dads. And when she lays her eggs, both her and the male will take turns on the nest, keeping the eggs warm. And in 24 to 28 days, the babies will hatch, and they're called goslings. Can you say gosling? Very good. And the babies right away have to know how to walk and swim and find food. That's different from you. When you were a baby, your mom had to take care of you and feed you, and you didn't walk for about the first year. So that's something different between you and our Canada goose. And boys and girls, after about 6 to 8 weeks, the goslings are going to learn to fly. And when they learn to fly, it's called fledge. And they'll fledge, and at the same time, Mom and Dad are going to get their new flight feathers in, because while they were sitting on the nest keeping the babies warm, their flight feathers fell out. Every year they need new ones so that they'll have nice new wings for their flight south. And then in the spring, the moms and dads and their goslings will fly north back here to where they were hatched in the springtime. And boys and girls, geese live to be anywhere from 10 to 24 years old, and the longest living one was 31. And I bet you think that's really old. Well, boys and girls, I hope you learned a little bit about our Canadian goose, and I'll see you next time on Exploring Nature. Bye.